All right, 4.2, graph quadratic functions.
Like, whenever Webster, whatever the guy was who made the dictionary, he was
In
like,
Vertex or Intercept form. All right, so we did them in standard form the other day. We did 4.1. So now if it's in Vertex form, it's actually like overall easier in my opinion. Vertex form is my favorite one. I think it's the easiest. So number 6, y equals 3 times x minus 7 squared minus 1. So the vertex is at the opposite sign of whatever the inside is and the same sign as the outside. So the vertex is at, let's lose my book over here, 7, negative 1. So where's my axis of symmetry?
7? X equals 7.
X equals 7.
I hit my shit really hard.
Your what? Your shin or your knee?
My shin.
Are you okay?
All right, which way does this one open?
Up.
Opens up.
No.
Oh no, we got graph.
Man, not Reese's, but delicious.
Thanks for telling us that. Can your axis of symmetry ever be y equals something? Because then wouldn't it look like that?
That's a totally different kind of thing, and that's also not a function.
It's a sideways parabola.
Oh yeah, because the line test.
The vert line test.
All right, so dotted line at 7. And I need to add more to my graph, clearly. It's not big enough. All right, so at 7, negative 1, I have a vertex. So now I need to find another point on my graph.
0.
I would not use 0 because, no, let's talk about y. If I plug in 0 here, what's going to happen?
Y equals negative 1.
I don't know.
0 minus 7 squared would be 49 times 3, which is close to 150 minus 1. I don't want to be graphing way up to the ceiling.
So you want us to put 7?
Well, we can't use 7 because 7 is the vertex.
You could use 6 or 8.
You could use 6 or 8. Since I'm subtracting, I would probably go with 8 because then 8 minus 7 is 1. So if I do 3 times 8 minus 7 squared minus 1, what do I get?
2.
So at 8, I'm at 2, meaning what?
At 8? At 6, you're at 2.
6, I'm also at 2.
Oh my gosh, my graph looks like yours. These graphs are a lot happier than the other ones. Sometimes. The other ones are sad. Like smiley faces. Alright. Yeah.
All right, 8. Y equals 2 times x plus 1 squared minus 3. Where's my vertex?
It's gonna be at wait. I got this one. It's gonna be at negative 1, positive 3. Because it looks like it.
Negative 3. Inside is opposite, outside is the same.
Dang it! I'm so close. Wow.
So,
Axis of symmetry.
wait. So the x value for the vertex is always the opposite of what's in the parentheses. Okay. That makes so much more sense.
What'd you say,
Something
Daniel?
else, negative 1.
X equals negative 1. Which way is it open?
Down. Opens down.
No, opens
Oh,
up
opens
because
up.
the coefficient of it is uppies.
Oh.
Opens up, there's no negative out here. See if I can draw my graph a little more like where it's supposed to be this time. So it's going to be in the negative, so I'm going to draw it more over here.
What? Opens up, and we're going. We could make it to Uzbekistan.
All right, axis of symmetry at x equals -1.
We can make it to 0. No, we want to make it be -1.
-1, -3.
So.
Have a vertex.
Can't be negative.
No, yeah, if x is -1, it's 0 then.
So you can't use whatever the vertex point is. You got to
So
use a
we can
different
just
one.
use 0.
Yeah, this one we can use 0. 0's only 1 away, so that's not going to be a problem. When 0 starts to get more than like 2, even 3 away on these ones, it usually gets excessively large.
So it's negative
So if I use 0,
0, -1.
it would be 2 times 0 plus 1 squared minus 3, which is...
0, -1.
And so then I also have a point at
Negative
-2,
two.
-1.
Negative.
I just had a brain fart. So substitute for x. Oh, so you lied to me, Ryan. You said it was slope. It isn't slope.
What did I don't even remember talking to you about this.
You don't remember anything.
Try talking.
Somebody did say something about slope yesterday, and I said slope, but I don't know who it was. But slope was, well, not yesterday, whatever day it was, the other day, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh.
I don't know what day it is. We colored yesterday, I don't know.
You got my hopes up. I thought I got it right.
You did it. I got mine right. Yeah, what's up?
Why did you go sugar?
All right, any questions about that form?
Nope.
I feel like that form is the easiest one.
I feel like it's just the same thing that we did yesterday.
No.
It's this. I mean, it's the same graphs, but it's just a different method of doing it.
This one requires less math.
Yeah, this one requires a lot less like
Oh, because the other one had
overall like effort. Now, I will say I've been writing the opens up, opens down, whatever on the problems. You don't have to write that, but you should at least think about that because I've had a lot of people get a problem wrong because they'll graph it upside down or they'll like plug in a point and get a number that makes it upside down when they know it was supposed to be right side up. So that's the main reason I write that.
I'm gonna give this to the frogs later.
We don't have to write our names
Frogs are here
anymore.
today.
We joking.
All right, the other form that we're going to have, so this one was vertex form. It's intercept form, so I'm going to write this just as a little refresher, but y equals a times x minus p times x minus q. So the vertex is at p plus q over 2, and the x-intercepts are at p and q. This one is possibly my least favorite just because it's annoying.
And because P and Q are the same thing.
What?
I hate when they use similar letters in the same problem.
P and Q don't even look the same.
Yes, they do. P and Q?
They're literally opposite.
Exactly, but they look the same. Like D and B and 6. I always get those mixed up.
And 6?
DV6.
My B's look like 6s, and then I swap my D's with my B's sometimes.
You also can't figure out S's and 8s because you kept writing A and B.
I've done it like 3 times today.
And like Z and 2.
All right, y equals x plus 1 times x minus 3.
Oh, so this is like the factor form.
Oh. You have to do FOIL for
No.
We don't.
that. No?
Oh, we just smush them together, right?
No. We use this. That's why I just wrote this whole thing.
I knew that for sure.
All right, notice a couple things. When it's in this form, x minus p, x minus q, the intercepts are at p and q. Notice that p and q are positive. They have the opposite sign of what's in here. So my intercepts on this one are at what?
-1.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. -1 and 3. I would find the intercepts first because you use that to find the vertex. So we plug those numbers in to this equation here to find the vertex. So -1 plus 3 over 2 is
1.
-1.
equals
1.
Oh, wait. Oh, got it.
This is the x coordinate of the vertex. Okay? I need to find the y coordinate. How do you think I might need to do that?
Substitute.
Wait, if you have the vertex.
What do you mean?
And you
You
have
put
it.
one in instead
Wait,
of
I'm
original
asking
problem.
Zach. What do you
When
mean?
Substitute the x vertex, we substitute x for 1, and then we figure out the y.
Yes. So I plug in. So I get y equals 1 plus 1 times 1 minus 3. What do I get when I do that?
-2.
2 minus 3.
-2.
Negative 1. 2 minus 3.
2 times negative 2 is negative 4. This is 2. This is negative 2. They're being multiplied.
Okay.
Basic math, people.
Yep.
I can't do it.
Okay, so that would be the y-intercept?
No. That's the y value of the vertex.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Doesn't it open up since the A is positive?
Yes. This one does open up.
So you're okay. Positive. Oh, no, it's 1. It's 1.
Oh, dude.
Alright, so at 1, or well, I have an x-intercept at negative 1, an x-intercept at 3, and a vertex at 1, negative 4. So I can graph it.
Oh.
You know, I don't like this one as much.
I don't either.
I despise this one. Wait, does it have to be a V or does it have to be rounded?
It is rounded. It's just hard to see it.
Okay.
That would be absolute value.
The bigger thing is that these aren't straight lines.
Okay.
But I mean, it shouldn't be like.
Oh.
It should be like that. Cheater.
This one's nice because once you find your vertex, like the intercepts are already there, so you're not doing any more math after that. It's just the initial setup of these ones I think are more annoying. (16) y equals 2 times x minus 5 times x minus 1.
Y equals 2.
Alright. The intercept is
It's gonna be 5-1.
5, 1.
5 and 1.
And then we add those and divide by 2. So it's 6 divided by 2, which equals 3.
Yep.
And then we substitute 3 in for. Okay. Then we substitute.
Slow down.
Okay, so 3 is getting plugged in for x. So 2 times 3 minus 5 times 3 minus 1. What does that give me?
What was that?
-4.
Okay, so you have -2 times 2, which is -2 times 2 is -4.
Wait, that doesn't make
No.
sense.
-2. Oh,
2
negative-
times
positive.
negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 8.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yep.
So I got.
So the stuff that I need to be able to graph this are these intercepts and the vertex.
Miss Quinn. When I remember we did something, I don't know if it was discussed, but it was like distributing where you took the 2 and you like plopped it into the parentheses thingy by 2 times 3 and then 2 times -5. When would you do that? Would you never do that now?
When there's a variable and not numbers. This is just PEMDAS.
Okay. So it doesn't work and there isn't a variable.
It will work. You'll get the same thing.
Okay.
This would be 6 minus 10, which would be
4.
negative 4 times positive 2.
This calculator.
Be the same thing.
Wow. No, Shepard was drawn.
But I wouldn't do it that way.
That one. This is mine.
I thought it was a dick.
Don't talk about the calculator.
3 -8.
Which way is this one opening?
It's opening up because 2 is positive.
Really?
No. It's curvy.
Oh. Oh, what? Tell me
think I might have found like the setting that turns off the math thing, like the thing where it automatically solves the math. I think I found like in the settings where you turn it off completely.
Right there.
No.
Like instead of like doing it every time. Because I was like wandering around the settings and I was like, oh.
Wait,
this
Why
is
were you
like
on
turn-
her iPad?
Huh?
Why were you on her iPad?
On my phone.
Wait,
Or my
your phone can solve it?
Yeah.
I can just go on my math problems on my phone.
No, but it's
In
that weird
biology,
thing
we
where
were learning
it's-
Until you get to the
solvents.
test.
Then I could do that with my phone.
The calculator part.
Yeah, and then you can get 2 reprimands for cheating on a test, and it puts you off the basketball team.
Do you like talking about things when we're
Get him, man.
You should tell that to the recording. 20 future students, no cheating because you get kicked off basketball.
One done.
Notice, what am I not putting on these 2 graphs?
Axis of symmetry.
Because it doesn't ask me for that on these ones. Okay, if you put it on there, it's fine, but the other ones, it specifically asks for it, so that's why we've been putting it.
In the axis of symmetry
So when
is
it
found.
asks for the axis of symmetry, you need to not just write AOS and then what it is, you actually need to draw the line on the graph.
Like a dotted line,
Okay.
yeah. These ones technically do, but I don't make you do it for these
Okay.
ones.
So if you
So
were
just-
to find an axis of symmetry for this, what would be?
X equals 30.
You wouldn't actually have to necessarily write it. You would just do the dotted line here, because it's through the vertex.
Okay.
If you put it, it's fine. If you want to do it so you don't forget and like figure out, oh, do I put it on this problem? Do I not put it on this problem? Whatever. I mean, you can just do it every time. We
Okay.
just aren't directly solving for it because it's just wherever the vertex is.
Dang, I have a white here.
All right. The last stuff in this section is foiling.
Yay!
Why are you
Something
saying
I know
yay?
how to do.
Be quiet, Charlotte. I don't know how to do it.
I wouldn't say
24.
You get to learn more stuff.
Y equals x plus 4
You already know how to
times x plus 3.
I do know how to do this
Y equals X.
Now.
plus-
I'm going to tell you something. I would only solve this in one step.
one. Okay.
Okay.
Exactly.
If you want to shortcut it, you can. Because you are now in Algebra 2. If you can see the shortcut, you can use the shortcut.
I see it.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't see
I'm
it.
going to show you how we would normally do this as a refresher, but then I will show you what I normally just do. Okay?
With this card.
So, first terms would be x squared.
Yeah.
Outside terms, plus 3x. Inside terms, plus 4x.
Plus 12.
Last terms, plus 12. And then you have to write it as x squared plus 7x plus 12 to get your answer. Now, you do not have to draw the little arches. Totally up to you. I don't care. I usually do not. I would just go straight to saying, like, let me just rewrite it over here. X plus 4, x plus 3. When there's not stuff in front of the x's, I shortcut it. So I'll say, okay, I know that's x squared. Then I'll go plus 3x plus 4x, that's 7x.
That's the cheapest.
Plus 12. If you want to shortcut it and not write that step, that's fine. Obviously, if you do that and you've done something wrong, it's a little harder for me to give you partial credit. But at this point, I feel like y'all are capable of doing that, and we'll do a similar thing when we do factoring, because I know you factored before. Okay? That I will allow you to shortcut it a little bit compared to what you've had to do or what I would require in Algebra 1. Or what, if you had my mom, what she would have required in Algebra 1. Just so you know. If you want to do it this way, so that you guarantee that you've shown all your work so you can get credit if you do something wrong, totally fine. But the way I've done it in red is also fine.
Duo did.
All right, 26. H of x equals 4 times x plus 1 times x minus 6.
4x.
Oh, so you don't have to graph it when we're doing foil?
Huh?
We don't have to graph it when we're doing foil?
These aren't graphing problems. These are multiplying problems.
Oh,
Write it in standard form.
that's all.
All right, so what I do is I actually FOIL first, then I multiply by 4. So I leave the 4 out here and I do little brackets. So I multiply this, I get x squared
Minus 5x minus 6.
minus 6x plus 1x, so that'd be minus 5x if you want to shortcut it. If you want to write it all out, that's fine. And then 1 times negative 6 is negative 6.
Yes.
And then you just need to multiply the 4 through. So we get
This is where you distribute, Shepard.
4x squared minus
This is where you
12x
distribute,
minus 24.
Thank you, Charlotte.
I don't care. No,
Miss Quinn, what happened the second set yesterday? How did y'all lose by like 8 and then beat them by almost 20?
I wasn't there
Third
for
set.
that set. I know we were
because we were trying a new lineup and we forgot how to pass in the process.
Yeah, I don't forget.
Yeah, Ryan and Zach
What
left
happened?
immediately once you guys lost to the second
No,
set.
we said we were leaving
You guys
at the
went.
beginning of that set.
All right,
Yeah,
30.
we were going to get
G of x equals negative parentheses x plus 6 squared plus 10.
I told Ryan if we were gonna lose, we were gonna leave.
And if we were going to win.
I'm gonna
Oh.
test your knowledge.
Do you want us to put it in FOIL form?
My knowledge is waiting for you to tell me.
Does anybody remember what this is?
That's
Yeah.
Parentheses.
Or what it's gonna produce?
X squared plus
It's
12x
just gonna be-
plus
oh.
36.
What is that called?
Math.
No.
What?
It's a fancy name.
Diffusion.
Difference of 2 squares.
Nope, not this one.
Because
the other
it's
fancy
two-
name.
It's multiplied by each other, so you just.
It produces 3 things, so it's a
trinomial!
trinomial. What is this called? What is the first part of it?
Binomial.
No.
Uno.
Trinomial and binomial can't be in the same thing.
I'd guess.
It's not
Quadratic trinomial.
Perfect.
Perfect square.
Perfect square trinomial.
I just know how to get there. I don't know what it's called.
I've never heard of this word.
Yes, you have. I guarantee it.
So was my answer wrong?
No, you're right. I just wanted to know why you said that's what it was.
Because I learned it.
Okay, a perfect square trinomial. It's the first term squared, so x squared plus 2 times the first term times the second term, so 12x
Your mom taught us this.
plus the last term squared, which would be 36. And then we have the plus 10 at the end from the remainder of the problem.
That would be B.
Now, if you didn't recognize it's a perfect square trinomial, that is A-okay. I could have rewritten this as negative x plus 6 times x plus 6 plus 10, and I will get the exact same answer. Knowing it's a perfect square trinomial just shortcuts the process.
What makes it a perfect square trinomial?
The way it's squared.
Because this whole thing is squared. It's like a duplicated term.
Is someone laughing at you?
They make really simple things really complicated for no reason. Like using Q and P in the same problem.
Alright, so multiply the negative through negative x squared minus 12x minus 36 plus 10
I know this one.
gives me
Y equals negative x squared minus 12x minus 26.
wrong.
Sigma.
You said
No,
y
G
equals
of x, or f of x, or t of x.
g of x.
G of X. That's
Like a P.
You know what would really
I thought it
suck?
was a
G,
Q.
Q, and P all
You
and
know what would
6
suck?
and
A
B.
vacuum.
Alright,
Homework.
Okay.
do y'all already have your notes done for Monday?
What is Monday?
No.
4-3?
No.
Okay,
No,
let's
I
do
think I
this.
started them.
Huh?
I think I started.
Okay.
I think I wanted to start them, but they were really
Let's
long.
do this. I'm going to go ahead and write down your problems, but I will give you Monday like half of the time in class to do them.
Thank you.
We should have a lot of factoring problems and not a lot of the other.
Charlotte.
Charlotte?
Jeannie.
Wouldn't you rather factor than graph?
Why are you looking at me?
Okay.
Now, I will also say if you go home and do all these problems this weekend and come to class on Monday thinking, oh, we'll just have a free day, you're wrong.
Mason.
Hey, Archer.
We will just start the next section.
So don't do it.
Don't do what?
The problems.
Well, we have this quiz.
I won't finish all of them.
The quiz date is going to move. That was before I decided we were going to color yesterday.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, I did a really pretty job.
I don't like that.
Mine,
Thank you.
my notes are
Or
so
it's
pretty.
not factoring.
Look at my phone.